This is the voice of the Report of the Week, signing on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Report of the Week here, and this is the voice of the Report of the Week. The time this is being recorded at is Monday, August 4th, 2014, 12:20 a.m. And this will be uploaded as soon as we stop recording. As you know, I normally record these in advance by several days, but due to other circumstances, we are recording this the same day, literally minutes, right? Before this is to be uploaded. Speaking of uploading and recording and timing and all of that, I literally just finished filming an energy crisis review. We reviewed green energy drink. If you're familiar with it, it's the small green little can that used to be in the background there. Now we're reviewing it. It's not really green energy, it's GR3EN. So I suppose it's actually entitled Catherine Energy. But, you know, for the sake of pronunciation, we did call it Catherine a couple times. But, for the most part, we call it Green Energy. How was it? Well, we'll see. We will see, eh? We shall see. But I had just finished filming it. I stopped filming at 12:18, I believe. And now here we are, ready to get right into another show. That's VORW, the voice of the Report of the Week. So here we are, on this Monday morning. That's when we'll probably be viewing it. Maybe Monday night. Well, no, it's early Monday morning. Apparently, green energy is actually a newer one. I'm looking at it right now. Apparently, it's I think it might be only limited to Hawaii. I think it came out in 2014, like April. I see something, the launch of green energy, April 21st, 2014. Well, who knows? Who knows when it came out, right? But it doesn't matter when it came out, it matters how it tastes, and, you'll see. You'll see, eh? You will see. So, what am I wearing for this grand recording session? I'm wearing my, blue suit. You don't have a blue suit. Yeah, I do. You'll see it when I eventually get the video up. It's a blue suit with blue pinstripes. The pinstripes are a different shade of blue. I don't know what cut you would really call this. I think it's, it is an Italian suit. I've actually been getting a lot of Italian suits lately, because I like the style. And if you will, I'm going to go on a brief tangent here. There's two types of Italian suits. Alright? At least in my book. People may say otherwise, but there's two types of Italian suits. The first type is the type that I'll wear. Alright? And that's normally, pinstripes, wider trousers, sometimes three-piece, usually three-button, longer jacket, heavily padded. Alright? That's the type I'll wear. But it's often neglected. Many people don't think of an Italian suit as that anymore. 10 years ago they would, but nowadays they don't think of an Italian suit as that anymore. Nowadays, the Italian suit is the crap that everyone's wearing nowadays, which is the second type, which is usually pictured on this skinny, attractive model, donning this extra tight, slim, trimmed out, suit. The two buttons, no padding at all, thin lapels, and that's what everyone's wearing. The only problem is that, the people wearing them aren't models, but they still think they look like one in it, I don't know. I wear what I'm comfortable in, okay? And by comfortable, I mean both physically and mentally. So that's how my choice of attire is done. I figure, forget what everyone else thinks, it's if I'm comfortable. But, anyway, how are we all doing today? Hope your Sunday was fine, hope your Saturday was fine, and I hope your Monday is exemplary. We're starting off the week. Let's start it off on a good note, and finish it on a better note. What have I been doing today? How am I doing today? Once again, I hope you're well, but what have I been doing today? Well, my day has been split in two parts. The first part of the day I was awake all night last night, as per usual, but I stayed up until noon. I fell asleep for about 6 hours, woke up, had dinner, watched an episode of The Twilight Zone, and then I resumed normal activities for the evening. So my day is in two parts. So the first part, I really didn't do much. I was on the computer, listened to the radio a bit. I tried to pick up this station from Europe, but just wasn't making it over here. So had to listen on the computer. And I wasn't complaining about that. And then I read for a little bit. I picked up a book and I read about 150 pages. Started reading at about 5 a.m. and stopped at around, 7:30, 7:45. Reading a book, it was recommended to me. It's called The Last Lecture. And it got me thinking. It got me thinking about life and death and all of that. The Last Lecture, if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Even though I'm not finished with it, I definitely recommend it. It's about this college professor who was diagnosed with severe pancreatic cancer, I believe, and was told that he had 3 to 6 months left to live. He was married. He had 3 small children who pretty much, unfortunately wouldn't remember him when he died. So he writes this book and gives his final lecture at his university, where he just talks about life and life experiences, and partly so we could, number one, discuss about life and everything he's learned along the way, pretty much, but also so that when his kids grow up, they could have something to pretty much remember him by, and so that he could still pretty much not necessarily be there, but to help parent them and help teach them important lessons in life post-mortem, and the author, he did die. He died in, I think it was 2008, maybe 2009. But it's a moving story. I recommend it. His last lecture, by the way, is on YouTube, so you could watch it. Anyway, off from that tangent, I'm just putting my coat on the back of my chair. Since pacing around on this warmer night, it's not too hot. It's 67 degrees outside. But to still be pacing around in the full suit. And I'm wearing a vest also. Vest and tie. Okay. Well, with that being said, let's get a glass of water and then we shall read fan mail. I spent some of the second half of my day not doing too much. Had a pizza. Made my own. Wow, you could cook? You're an acclaimed pizza chef now, Review Bro? No, not at all. I bought this thing called a VORW. Okay, could look it up. It's a product found in most supermarkets. A VORW, and it's pretty much like a pizza base. It's like the pizza dough, pretty much, but it's already laid out. Then I got some pizza sauce from a reputable brand, some cheese and toppings. And I made my own pizza. So that's what I had for dinner. And after that, I took my walk, of course. Didn't really have anything on my mind at the time, so I just enjoyed, nature. Enjoyed the sunset. Though nowadays, the sun's setting later. Or actually earlier. So while I still depart at 8:45. Nowadays, by the time I get back, instead of still seeing the last rays of sunlight, the stars are out, and the moon. So now I could observe those and glance at those. Also now, aside from the shortwave radio on the table, I got 2 other receivers. Got this CB radio. It's a handheld one, but it's still got a pretty powerful antenna. And I decided to use the shortwave radio extension on that. So now the range is even amplified more, so now I could talk to the truckers, right? Could get along with that crowd well. And then I also have a police scanner now down here also. Another handheld. So it's good for local police and fire and EMS and what have you. So I could listen to that also. I actually have a better police scanner upstairs. And there's a big not big, but there's a pretty powerful antenna up in the attic. And then you could hear, all this stuff miles and miles away, Probably 75 to 100 miles away, which that is very powerful range. Anyway. Let's read the fan mail. Let's read the fan mail! Where did we leave off, people? I don't know. Oh, well, I'm gonna search around and see where we left off with the fan mail. Okay. So yeah, if we come under fire for that, well, for wasting time like we are now, well, so be it. This is my show. Nothing happened. It's going up anyways. If you can time in better spirits. Right. Think about what I'm... Shoot. Brought comments back on 2 videos. Give a report of the week shout out to... Let's see, where are we? Where's the... Doing this stuff. Forget it. We'll figure this out. Alright, well, Alright, we'll just start here, and that's, if I'm repeating stuff, I'm repeating my stuff. Okay, alright. This is going to be a long fan mail reading, but so be it. Soviet. Hey, review bro. Just wanted to say that I appreciate the way that you make videos without any jump cuts. It's refreshing to see a YouTuber that can sit down and make a video without a cut every sentence. Also, have you considered buying linen shirts for the summer so you could stay cool while wearing a button down? First off, I thank you for your comments. I have not. I still go with the traditional suits and shirts. Hey, I'd like to congratulate you on your most recent VORW. You mentioned that you recorded the said VORW without preparation. In my opinion, you winged it and soared. Truly, this demonstrates your skills as a broadcaster/lecturer. Out of curiosity, are you following what is happening in Gaza to any extent? Any opinion you'd like to share on it? In regards. First off, once again, thank you for your comments. Well, Gaza, listen, it's a delicate topic, right? You could say you're part of one side or supporting one side, and the other side's going to say, go to hell to you. It's a very delicate topic. For me, I'm pretty much online like the equivalent of Switzerland, right? Always neutral. I always try to hold a neutral stance. What I will say with the whole Gaza thing is that one solution to the crisis is that all the Palestinian people could say that they're could say that they're refugees and pretty much try to go into Israel and see if they're accepted there as refugees. Get 3 million of them. But that's irrational and unrealistic. Unfortunately, the conflict will go on and more people will die. And as terrible as it sounds, it's just how things go, It's what will happen, and eventually the gunfire will peter out and cease. And that's all we can do. Anyway. Greetings, Voice of the Report of the Week. I've been really enjoying this recent increase in the amount of content you've been uploading. I have a couple of questions for the show. Did you hear about Anthony Camille being fired from SiriusXM? What are your thoughts on what he did and how the company responded? I am not aware of that, so I'll look it up and I'll personally respond to that. Also, what do you find a good hat to wear to keep the sun off on very warm days? A large floppy straw hat or something classier? When it comes to summer headwear, I have 3 summer hats that I shall wear often. I have a floppy straw hat, but it's a straw fedora. If you look back in one of my more recent VORWs, I showed the pictures from Hawaii, and that's the hat I'm talking about, where it's more like a straw fedora, but with a wider brim. You could almost call it a Panama hat. Alright, it's a Panama hat. That's what it is. So that's acceptable to wear with like a shirt and tie, in my opinion. I'd wear that with a shirt and tie. Right? No need to be redundant there. Or condescending. The second hat is the most informal one. That's a straw trilby, not a straw fedora, it's a straw trilby that I have not worn on camera, nor do I intend to. If, unfortunately, as I'm sure all of you are aware of, unless you live under a rock, you're familiar with some of the online stereotypes, which I sometimes get lumped into, where people call a certain group of people the fedora neckbeards, yeah? And unfortunately, that's a hat that's commonly associated with them. And I own one of those, I'm not going to lie, I own one of them. But I wear it only for work. Well, work, I don't mean like going into the office or anything. I mean going outside and, if it could be anything from digging up rocks or, just washing something, digging up stuff, weed whacking, cutting the grass, anything. Outdoor physical labor. That's when I would wear that hat. And it would be worn with either a pair of slacks, dress pants, or khakis, with a dress shirt, and with a dress shirt or a polo shirt, of course tucked in, sometimes with a tie. Sometimes I do wear a tie when I'm doing yard work, but I tend to tuck it into the shirt, or I'll wear a bow tie. Figure I'm careful enough, it's not going to do anything. And finally, the more formal summer hat is the straw boater. It's the equivalent of a Homburg hat for warmer weather, and that is to only be worn with full suits, preferably three-piece. Three-piece with either a starched collar or a wing collar shirt. A dark conservative tie. And last but not least, finally, can I ask for a shout-out for my friend Stella in England? Absolutely. Her favorite catchphrases of yours are, got a good bake on it, and Christmas blowout. Well, absolutely. I give a formal and official Report of the Week shout-out to Stella in England. It's got a good bake on it. Christmas blowout. That's part of the shout-out there. I wish you all the best. And, thank you for writing to me. Official Report of the Week shout-out. Nah, it's not the same as the whole blowout thing, but you get the deal. The Report of the Week, I was wondering if you'd like to review something that I didn't enjoy. I know this sounds like a stupid idea and a waste of your time, but it's an experiment. I followed the microwave instructions of the Celeste breadsticks cheesy garlic. As I was too lazy to preheat them in a conventional oven, I thought that they were below a 3.5 on my scale of 1 to 10. I want you to review the same breadsticks but heat one box in the oven and the other box in the microwave, so you can review them side by side. Thanks for keeping me entertained at work. You're always there to make me laugh if I have a long day. From Joe. I'll definitely look them up and see if I can. Hey man, at some point you should do whiskey reviews. I've been trying to find the best whiskey with the best value, and so far I've just been getting drunk. Please help. Keep it up. I enjoy the reviews. Maybe a little too many frozen pizza reviews. Nah, nonsense. Maybe one day we'll do that, otherwise, we'll see. Still there on the table, right? I'm a pure gamer, meaning I don't play about my gaming. Gaming is serious business, and Sunset Overdrive is my type of game. 300 hours of gaming, here we come. Glad to hear it, and best of luck in your endeavors. Hello, me again, second time writing in. Just wondering if you have noticed any delayed side effects or mutations from the overcharged Delirium XT energy drink. Regards. Yeah, actually my necktie, my bow tie actually changed colors. It actually changed from that crisscross pattern to polka dots. Amazing. Let's snort. Rock on, brah. Maybe one day when we're in Vegas, we'll do that, eh? Ridiculous. Hey man, just so you know, I doubt many of your viewers mind you expressing yourself freely as you feel in your VORW. One of the things that makes VORW interesting is the more personal and candid nature of the dialogue when compared to the somewhat more formal format of an energy crisis running an empty review. To be honest, if you maintain the same demeanor across all your reviews in VORW, people may get fatigued with the content. When you think about it, if you did start to sugarcoat things, you'd lose your uniqueness and be like the generic presenters you might see on boring and money-motivated TV shows. Regards. Thank you for your compliments. And, I just say things as they are, and I give my honest opinions and thoughts. Listen, we got a lot of fan mail because, we'll get to this later, but I didn't put up the show, so we actually got an extra day's worth. So, please excuse me. But, it's my policy to respond to them all, and that we will. That we will. Hey, mate. My friend has been eating twirls non-stop for about 2 years now. It would make my day if you could do a review on them. Keep up the good work. Twirls. Well, that's another thing we got to write down on the list. Dear Report of the Week, I was wondering if you'd like to review something that I didn't... this is the same one. Okay. Did he send me the message twice? Yeah, he did. Okay. Sent me the same message twice, eh? Hey, man. Hey, man. Most of your videos are like 1 to 2 hours long. Most people just won't look through all that. I know. So? And now I don't mean to have that attitude, but, I suppose you're a new reviewer. I don't mean to say that in a, offending manner or anything. But, if you're even a viewer, I don't know, you could just be passing through. But I don't do this for the views. I don't do this for subscribers. I do this for the viewers and for the subscribers, but I don't do this to attain views or subscribers. Okay. And with that being said, the video length is not a concern of mine. If I want to make a 2-hour long, lecture, then I'll do it. That's just me. I don't change. I don't make anything shorter or any longer for views. I just make them as long as I feel comfortable doing. And that's why I run this channel. And sure, if it costs me subscribers or YouTube fame, let it. I just want to be happy, And unfortunately, I haven't been happy in a while, but I do what I can. Hi, I really enjoy your channel, and I love the way you do things. What are some of the forums you visit? Also, what is your favorite product you've reviewed? My favorite product, without a doubt, is, when it comes to food, it's the Five Guys burger. When it comes to drink, it's anything from, I'd say, Balls. They have excellent beverages. Now, I don't visit any forums anymore. I don't. I used to. Oh, trust me, I used to. I used to be a major poster on various bodybuilding forums and what have you. But I stopped. I pulled out of there. We got rid of our services to them. So I don't post on any forums anymore. However, I guess if you want to consider 4chan a forum, but it's really not. That's the only place I'll still visit and post on from time to time. And Reddit isn't, a forum. So I don't post on any anymore. But if I decide to increase my reach again, I'll let you know. Hello, I am a longtime fan of your reviews as well as VORW. I really enjoy hearing about what you have to say, and your videos always make my day more interesting. I've got a somewhat personal question about you that I'd be interested to hear an answer to if you don't mind. Are you at all religious, and if so, what faith do you follow? It's always interesting to learn a little more about people whose work I follow. First, I'm Eastern Orthodox Christian. Maybe you're only fan of this denomination. Keep up the great work. Regards. Well, I shall not publicly state my religion, but I will privately respond. You know, many people, well, not anymore, but many people back in 2013 were saying, look at this Jew, you know. They tried to use that as an insult, and I'm not Jewish, but I don't know, to use that as an insult, you know. Of course, some people have a lot of things against the Jewish people, but I don't know. I'm not going to really express my true thoughts on that. Dear Report of the Week. Are you of the opinion that ukuleles are obviously just regular-sized guitars for midgets, and that the average-sized humans play them look like fools? Also, what animal, apart from man and mosquitoes, do you believe will be the most formidable? Well, you know, I could agree with you there. Ukuleles are a little idiotic. But of course, if you had talent to play one, which, listen, I couldn't. And you have a lot of people who, you know, when I was in Hawaii, there were literally ukulele stores on every other corner in Honolulu. And there were all these guys, you know, sitting there on the beach strumming just random notes because they couldn't play them. You know, but if you could truly play one, I'm sure it sounds great. But most people, once again, it just looks like undersized, and it pretty much, you know, sounds just as bad as it looks on the person. Now, as for an animal, the most formidable, aside from man and mosquito. Well, a very formidable foe is the great white shark, for obvious reasons. In terms of appearance, though, I'm a big fan of our avian friends, even the common blue jay. Even the common blue jay, I find a pleasure to look at. You know, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I feed the birds. I have 2 feeders in the backyard, actually 3. I have a hopper feeder, a platform feeder, and a suet feeder. And, you know, help out and help go out there every couple of days and pour the seed in and feed the birds. And I always like, you know, seeing what birds we could attract and seeing them fly around and chirp about. This afternoon, actually, after I woke up from my slumber, right outside my window, on the windowsill, there were about, I'd say, 5 or 6 little sparrows hopping around, and they're cute little things. And finally, if you were to exile yourself and live in a submarine, which famous person would you take along with you for the ride? Bear in mind, depending on the length of your voyage, you may have to start drinking each other's urine. Sharing is caring. Well, I've thought about that one. I'd have to bring Justin Bieber. Why? I despise his music and I despise him, but I think it would be interesting to see how I would get along with him, you know, in such a confined space, you know, for a while. And I'm pretty sure it would start out, he would be a little brat, but eventually we'd be buds, right? And, yeah, and I think I would like to do that. Get to know him. You know, see if he's really just putting on an act, or if that's how he truly is. Speaking of famous people, though, you know, there's one famous person I always get compared to, and that's Lorde, right? Lorde, the musician. And I'll say this right now, I'm not a fan of her work. I'm not a fan of her work at all. And personally, when I found out that when she came out with Royals, she was only 16, I was disgusted by that. And I felt that she was too young to really be in the whole international, you know, to be a number 1 hit musician. I just think she was too young and too incompetent. You know, every other week she was probably, you know, pretty much, you know, insulting anyone else who, I'm, you know, picking fights with other people, from what I've heard. Now, let it be known that I have not even heard her song, Royals. or any other of Lorde's songs. But that's my 2 cents. I feel that she's, you know, and I know I'm gonna get flack for this, but that's my thoughts. You know, you just got to be old enough to really correctly manage things. I don't know. You know, good for her. She's obviously a very talented individual, and clearly the general public loves her work, and I certainly wish her all the best. But I'm just not a fan of her stuff, and I don't know. I just feel she was too young to enter the music scene. I think you should be at least, 18 to 21 if you want to garner a #1 hit. I don't know. That's just me speaking. Yeah. Clearly, it's an unpopular opinion. But understand that I'm not getting any other messages out there. Just let it be known. I'm just not a fan of her work. All right. Yet I'm still compared to this person every day, really. So I get a kick out of that. Maybe that's how it was meant to be. Who knows? I'm just not a fan of the work. You know? It is what it is. That's what we'll say. I don't know. I just, listen, people nowadays are so... I'm sure this is going to get taken the wrong way, what I just said. But please let it be known that it's not, Of course, I urge everyone who truly wants, who truly has talent and ambition to just go out there and, really achieve their dreams. And I'm sure that's what she did. And good for her, but... I just thought 16 was too young. That's my 2 cents. 2.5 cents. Hey, thanks for replying to my message in your latest video. I'm pretty sure you discreetly / indirectly called anyone who says their age on the internet to be idiotic, which is exactly what I did. First off, that was a very poor choice of words on my part. Not on yours. On my part. And I apologize for that. I do. What I said was both a foolish comment and very unprofessional at that. Yeah. Especially due to the fact that your anonymity is completely preserved. So you could say, it's perfectly fine to share your age. I don't give out names or anything with this, when I read this stuff. So my comment didn't make any sense either. But understand that when I read this fan mail and when I respond to it, never do I intend to insult or offend anyone writing to me. Even when they say, F you, go to hell, I try to just ignore it. And I truly do apologize for, if I did offend you at all by my poor choice of words. And for that I truly say, I am sorry. Anyway, reading on for this. Anyway, in a previous video, you mentioned that you've been depressed before. I have many friends that experience depression, and find that small gestures of kindness can help those who are depressed. With that in mind, I made you some fan art, which is actually a collage. It has some pictures that I drew and also other random clippings. Anyways, I hope the fact that a total stranger took the time to make a collage makes your day and cheers you up. I'll totally send you a picture, but I'm not sure exactly how. Anyway, have an awesome day. Well, thank you. And there's various image hosting sites out there that you could look up, and eventually I guess you could upload it there. And could send me the link, and I'll gladly feature it on the next show. Thank you for writing. Dear Voice of the Report of the Week, good day to you. I am a new subscriber. This is a long one. Oh well. Someone took the time to write this out, and I'm going to take the time to read and respond to this. I'm a new subscriber, and I recently found your channel by searching for random food reviews. So far, I've been pleasantly surprised by how unique and honest you are. I admire your one-of-a-kind voice, candor, and style, which are the main components of the reason why I keep coming back for more. To me, you are genuine, a quality very rare in the YouTube community. Your authenticity is probably why I have also been enjoying your VORW shows. As a person, you are very interesting. You make me want to know what you think. That being said, I just viewed your apology video, and it made me very sad. I would never advise anyone to adhere to conformity. Instead, continue banging to the beat of the drum inside your head. However, in viewing your channel, I do see the distinctions between your food reviews and VORW casts. I have noticed with other successful YouTubers that they'll make separate channels in order to organize and categorize their media, to promote the new channel and inform their fan base so that they may subscribe. At the end of their video, they will mention about the new channel, post an announcement about the new Switch, and they'll also link the other channel in each video's About section. For example, they may have a channel for reviews only, another for vlogs, and another to say podcasts or outfits of the day, etc., stuff like that. Have you considered making separate channels in order to maintain your fan base that just likes the reviews, while also keeping those who enjoy both the reviews and VORW shows? This is a suggestion merely. Though I don't work for the communications or media industry anymore, I worked for radio for approximately 5 years, and I think it may be something you want to consider. I hope this message reaches you well, and you're in better spirits now. Regardless, I will keep watching and eagerly anticipating your next post. I am a big fan, and I cannot wait to see what you do next. With respect, Summer. P.S. Great suits, by the way. Thank you, number one, for typing all that up. That truly shows dedication. And I always am sure, when I see a longer, typed up letter, I'm always sure to always respond to it. Number one, thank you for your comments. Now, when it comes to a separate channel, I've thought about it, or at least categorizing them. But then I think about why I'm doing this. Well, actually, a famous YouTuber that comes to mind who actually kind of did the same thing as me was Mr. Grand Leader of YouTube, Mr. Ray William Johnson. Well, I don't watch his stuff anymore, and I know he's got a new guy doing the equals 3 stuff. But he used to do the equals 3 videos, right, where he would review the viral videos and do the comedy routine. And then, towards the end of his career, he would also do a podcast similar to mine. Well, I don't know what they talked about there. I never listened to them. But they would do a longer show. About 20, 30, 40 minutes long. But he uploaded them side by side. And sure, the reviews were more popular. The comedy videos were more popular. He still got some attention on his podcast. That's pretty much the same as me, obviously on a much lower scale. The reviews are clearly the main source of interest, but I also have some people interested in these shows. But you got to think about why I'm doing this. Am I doing this for big bucks? Once again, YouTube fame, views, subscribers? No. I do this because, well, regardless of the fallout from each upload, I enjoy making them. It's something I've been doing. And I don't plan on changing that, My ideology is, if, and this is a very, well, you're playing with fire when you have this ideology. I'll say that right now. But if, you are really looking for something, if you're really looking for a specific type of food review, or want to watch the food reviews, a small brick wall, as you could call this quandary, with all the stuff bunched up together like this, won't get in your way. If you really want to watch the food reviews, and if you're really a big fan of those, you'll easily be able to just sort through them. I upload them in a very easy order. VORW show, review. VORW show, review. And you'll easily be able to tell the two apart. One of them's an hour long and has a still picture. The other one's, 5-10 minutes long, with me physically sitting behind the desk. So they're very easy to differentiate. So that being said, really, there's no issue, in my opinion, there. But maybe one day. But for now, no. No. I absolutely love your videos. Thank you for that comment. Hello there again. I really appreciate you featuring my fan art on last night's VORW. I'm very sorry to hear that you were feeling down in the dumps during the recording. Believe me, I know what it's like to be overly critical of oneself. I struggle with it daily. In the end, your work speaks for itself, which is impeccable. Can't wait for your next video. Hope today is a better day for you, my friend. Well, thank you. Today is a better day. Yesterday was worse than the day before. There goes some guy driving on the wrong side of the road. Well, sorry about that. Some car was driving on the wrong side of the road and I had to look. Anyways. But, you know, the other night, I was even worse than I was the night before. But I realized, listen, you got things bothering you, so you gotta let it out. So, I just started talking. I spoke my mind. And it was just my way of letting it all out. Some people, when they have something bothering them, what is this guy doing? Now he's making a U-turn? Oh, that's like a big bus. That's a freaking party bus right there trying to... You got the wrong address? What is that? That's a truck? It's a party bus. Freaking idiot. He just backed into the power line. Whatever. Sorry, this guy almost knocked out the power. There's this big party bus trying to make a U-turn in the street here, and he backed into the power pole and almost knocked it over. And now everyone's trying to back up, and there's cars on the wrong side. Oh, there he goes. Who knows? Hope it wasn't a drunk driver. But the other night, I was not well. I had a lot of things bothering me, a lot of things on my mind. So I thought, well, it's time to let it all out. So I just spoke. I just cleared my mind, cleared my thoughts. That's just my way of letting it all out. Some people might go and, punch a bag or, yell and get it all out, and that's pretty much what I did. And after I did that, things have been substantially better. And, sad. So I'm doing much better. But thank you for your concern and your comments. I heard you were talking about new subscribers in your newest podcast. A pretty popular YouTuber on here, Rachel Whitehurst, gave you a shout out on her July Hits End video and said all good things about you. That's how I found you anyways. I haven't stopped watching you since I found your channel earlier this week. I like listening to you talk, and I think you have a future in radio if you want it. Well, thank you. That's actually a relief. I was worried that some forum found me and was trash-talking me, but I guess it's actually a nicer thing to see that someone actually spoke positively about me for once. I haven't checked on the number of the subscribers yet lately. If you ever want to, though, if you want to look back, there's a site called socialblade.com. We could look up the channel and see all the little statistics about it. It shows you charts and how much of whatever you get per day, subscribers, all this stuff. What's interesting to see also, before, it's actually started logging my channel on November of 2012, so you could actually see the waning months before the video blew up and see how many subscribers and views I'd get per day. That's interesting. Anyway. Dude, did you delete your subreddit? No. Hey, Report of the Week. Keep it up. Well, thank you. Ah, it's back now. Either it was down for a bit or more likely my internet was acting up. Yeah, it could be. I actually checked it out and the subreddit was fine. Reddit.com/r. The Report of the Week. 3 more. Hey, Report of the Week, I really enjoy your videos, especially the Freshetta pizza ones. For years, I have been overpaying for DiGiorno's, and now I'm hooked on Freshetta. Yeah, it is good pizza. You're spot on in your reviews. Do you think you'll ever get to reviewing whiskey? I've been trying to find one with good value, and so far I've just gotten drunk. Please let me know if you're getting these. There doesn't seem to be anything in my YouTube sent box. Hope this finds you well. Yeah, I'll also manually reply to this guy. Sup, review bra. Do you hate Taco Bell because of the grilled stuffed nacho? I'd like you to request the new quesarito from Taco Bell. I love it, but my friends are split. Half hate it, half like it. Thanks. Keep the great reviews coming. Well, thank you. Well, I don't hate Taco Bell. Listen, I've someone whom I know nicknames Taco Bell Taco Hell. I suppose for the after effects of some meals. Though for me, I haven't consumed Taco Bell in a while. But if I wanted to, I could still, eat 3 or 4 tacos with no problems, I think. Well, it's been a while. I used to, when I used to go out, for lunch. I don't do this so anymore. The last time I went to this place was probably early 2013. There was this Taco Bell KFC. The two of them in the same place. And I would always get 3 soft tacos, 3 soft beef tacos, no cheese, and an order of popcorn chicken. I would get the fire sauce for the tacos, and for whatever reason, I would eat the taco, and I would have a few pieces of the popcorn chicken, and whatever, it was the 2 flavors, it just combined it so exemplary well. It was an absolutely divine, cheap eating experience. But now I don't go there anymore. The popcorn chicken is all but dead. So, it's not worth it. But I'll go to the Taco Bell one day, maybe, and get something. Maybe review the quesarito. And finally, this gentleman. Hail Report of the Week. Forgive me for inundating you with fan art lately, but things are very slow at work today, and I got to drawing. Here you go. I was inspired by an image I saw where someone indicated that you had hidden Illuminati messages in one of your videos. Hope you enjoyed your Sunday. Well, thank you, and I did. 46 minutes. You know what? We don't have enough time to talk about the history of my channel, so we're just going to talk, okay? We're just going to talk. Actually, we got one final message, and then we'll just chat, alright? We'll just talk about random stuff, Anything that's on my mind, anything I feel like talking about, we'll just talk, alright? Hey, man. I love how you could keep making content even when you're feeling low. I, too, suffer from anxiety and could never do what you do. Be careful, though. When you say you don't like going outside because people will judge you, I worry that you might develop agoraphobia. Now, leaving the house will probably allow you to churn out more videos. I think I speak for everyone when I say your well-being is more important to us. Xiao. Agoraphobia. Well, no, it's not intense fear and anxiety. It's, I go out when I have to. I go out a few times a week. But, oh, by the way, if you haven't already heard this song already, you must, in my opinion. True classic. This is what Beethoven would be composing if he were alive today. It's got a copyright thing, so let's type in the link and let's search Google for it. Okay. So listen to this. Well, I'm worried now that this video is going to be removed for playing music on it. So be it. The title was, in parentheses, not was, Walk the Dinosaur. Well, I recommend you listen to it. I shall certainly listen to it in its entirety later on. But I understand, for the precautionary measure, I will not have music too much on this show, just in case, it gets copyrighted, and there goes this and the whole channel with it. So, here we are. Here we sit. We got about 10-15 minutes left. I usually like to stop at the hour. And I'm not going to I'm not going to do the full-blown lecture now at this point. We had a lot of fan mail to clear up. But it's always my policy, because I always like to prioritize things. It's always very important to read and respond to fan mail. And to always see where things are and how things are doing. And all of that. So now we're just going to talk. Whatever's on my mind, I'll share it. And we'll see where things go from there. First things on the 4chan realm. I've had some conflicts going on. Again. On, this time not the fit board there. They're fine. It's not the fashion board. What is it? It's the cooking board. CK. /CK/. Thankfully, this has finally died down enough. But apparently people were crossing over to that board from Fit and posting links to my videos almost like commercial spam over there, and it was pissing a lot of people off, and you know, I don't know, I don't appreciate it. I figure if you want to promote my videos and advertise them, please do it. Don't do it at a place where everyone hates me. It's ineffectual, it's useless, and both I myself and I'm sure many of the people over there on 4chan look down upon it. And the last thing I want to do is, you know, really look down. The last thing I want to do is really, you know, lost my train of thought. Oh well, that's what happens to all of us. The last thing I want to do, though, is to really, you know, have these people, you know, absolutely hating me for something, you know, that I didn't do. I don't like my videos to be associated with commercial spam and all that, and I'm not a big fan of it. But what are you going to do? It's died down now, so that's good at least. Anyway. Well, we're on Tumblr. Tumblr.com/search/the report of the week/recent. I don't check that stuff out. No need. No need. Well, Reddit. How's Reddit doing? How's the Redditors? The Reddit crew. How are they doing? Well, nothing's going on over there. Review Brian Pizza. Some interesting questions there. I'll get to them. I'll respond to them. Yes, that Ebola virus, eh? What do you think on that? What are your thoughts on that? Ebola. A lot of people are panicking about it. A lot of people are literally confident that this is what's going to destroy humanity. I can't say that. But you have to be careful nonetheless. You know, people are freaking out because they're bringing those patients over to the U.S. But I mean, it's only the right thing to do to help, you know, others out. The only thing they're saying now is that there's a possible Ebola case in the Philippines and possibly Morocco. There's a big scare in the UK when this one elderly woman, I think, dropped dead after coming from somewhere in Africa. Might have been the Gambia. I don't know. But you just got to be careful with all that stuff either way. You know, of course, I doubt there's really going to be any true problem, you know, with the Ebola virus. It'll get worse, no doubt about it, and it'll get better. However, there's a slight chance that, you know, if it has not already, if it does go airborne, there's a very slight chance that it could become of epidemic or pandemic proportions and kill in upwards of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. However, I could assure both myself and all of us that, you know, this virus, it's a very bad virus, Ebola. But you got to understand that the CDC is more than prepared for this, you know. If you watched how they had the patient transported there in that hospital, they made sure nothing got out, and they were all wearing protective suits. No one got infected from that. And even that doctor that they're treating, they said he's doing better. So I really don't think it's anything to worry about, but still always good to have something in the back of your mind. You know, as they say, better safe than sorry. Yeah, so weather-wise, let's see how the weather is. You know, I always like to talk about the weather. Come on, site, don't glitch out. Yeah, let's do HTTPS. Oh. This is probably not the site you're looking for. Alright. Usually HTTPS works. We usually like to look at AccuWeather. No. How's the weather looking? You know, it's gonna get a little warmer now. Let's look at the monthly forecast. Right now, it's in the mid-60s and cloudy. However, tomorrow, around 84 degrees with possible thunderstorms in spots. PM thunderstorms, so I don't know if I'll be able to take my walk. Low 66. Tuesday, 85 is their high. Low of 68, another chance of thunderstorms. Wednesday, 83. Chance of showers and thunderstorms. Thursday, 82, partly sunny and less humid. And Friday, 82 and partly sunny. So, I mean, a little still on the lower end of the spectrum. But still, I mean, pretty fair August temperatures. I was actually asking someone the other day, I was saying, what do you think of this weather we've been getting, you know? It's a bit on the cooler side, don't you say? And he said, yeah, I don't like it. And I wish it was a little warmer. And well, I could see, you know, that summer heat, that, all of us crave so much. Well, I don't, but, you know, many of us enjoy, right? I'm not complaining. This is the first summer ever where I could comfortably still wear long-sleeve shirts, suit jackets, three-piece suits, every day, and not even break a sweat, and still be comfortable. First summer ever. So I really don't mind the cooler summer, but other people clearly do. Well, who knows what next year will hold, you know? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So, let's walk over to the refrigerator, or the freezer. The freezer. We've got some donuts now. Honey-dipped donuts. We got them at ShopRite. 4 donuts. 2 now. Look like classic donuts with white frosting and a plethora of sprinkles on the top. Apparently with some honey on them also. So I'll have to try them. I haven't been eating them. For future reviews, what do we have? Well, here's the lineup. We still have the DiGiorno Designer Pizza Kit. What I think I'll have to do with that, it's going to be a unique review. Simply because I think I'm actually going to film the preparation of the pizza, because that's very, very important. Because you're designing the pizza. You can make it however you want. So I think we're going to do that. And it'll be like a 2-part review. And with the first half, I'm actually there designing the pizza. And the second half, I'm eating and reviewing it. So I think that'll be cool to do. Secondly, we have the DiGiorno Pizzeria! Exclamation point. Supreme Special Pizza. And finally, well, the DiGiorno Supreme Leader of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and First Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea. Right? The Supreme Commander Pizza. And finally, we have Tombstone Pizza. This is actually inspired by the person who sent me the letter talking about Tombstone Pizza. So I thought, let's get one. So it's Tombstone Original, pepperoni pizza, and we'll have to review that. Maybe that'll actually be the first one we review. Might even review it tomorrow. Likewise, we have Twinkies to review still, the chocolate-covered ones. And also, I'm going to KFC tomorrow. No, listen, I'm going to ask of you this. And if you are willing to participate, I ask you to respond very promptly and immediately. Look through my KFC reviews in the past. And if you see something that I didn't review and you want me to review it, then tell me right now. You have about a 12-hour window to do so. And I urge you to do so right now. I'm having KFC for dinner tomorrow. And if you want something on the menu, because I have no idea if there's anything even left on the menu for me to review, but if you want me to review something from KFC, look through my reviews. Just take a quick glance at the titles even. Just see what I reviewed from KFC. Look at their menu. Or you could visualize it. And if there's something that you want me to review from them, let me know within the next 12 hours. That is up until around 1, 2, maybe even 3 p.m. Eastern Time on this Monday, the 4th of August. Or you could also send me a suggestion for a future KFC review. But if you want it to be immediately done, send me the request, and hopefully I'll try to fulfill it to the best of my abilities later that day and review it. And of course, while the review won't be up immediately because I have a backlog of videos, I'll definitely, it'll eventually get up there. So that is my humble request for you. Thank you for listening. This is VORW, the voice of the Report of the Week. And today we read a inordinate, or not inordinate, because it's not outrageous at all. It was just a very large amount of, well, let's say a copious amount of fan mail. But I gladly responded to every letter. I am doing better today. And then we just talked. We just talked about whatever was on my mind. Hope you enjoyed listening. The time is 1:20 a.m. Eastern Time. I will get this up immediately afterwards. Thank you for listening, and remember, let your voice be heard. Please, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just want to talk, feel free to send me a message via YouTube, and I will gladly read and respond to it at the beginning of each and every VORW show. However, please understand that if you do wish to have a private reply, please specify so, and I will do work. I will work to the best of my abilities to respond and reply to your message promptly and professionally. Thank you for listening. Now, that being said, we'll probably see you, well, late Tuesday night with another VORW show and food or drink review. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen, and take care. This is the voice of the Report of the Week, signing off.